So I just wanted to show you the bottom of the post here. You can see this is the post for the lamp connector on the top. Wire comes out the bottom, and I've got a nice tight hole drilled on this cable, which then pops into the top of the lamp post. And under this, because this will be a tight fit, again this will all be painted and sealed up, is that electrical connector, and I've got the opposite electrical connector to go into the top of the post. Right, I'm turning my attention for the moment to the upper top bit, shall we say, the crown if you like, and I want to get rid of this. So pretty much there's one little bit there I might need to cut, but I'll see first of all. It's still pretty well attached there, the rest of that's gone, same there. So slit down there, that hopefully will just snap off. If not, I can just touch it with the grinder, it's no big deal. So let's turn it round that way, because that's the side I want. Slice that one, slice that one. Right, that one's free. Snap off. Pretty much I'm gonna paint the top. There's so much damage to this poor old thing. I'm now going to filler this. I'm not too worried about these here. I'll try and ding the dents out of them, but as you can see the top is a little bit pissed. I don't know what I can do about that, if anything, because the problem is you try and do too much of it and you're going to end up making things worse. But it does need straightening up. Quite a nasty little dink there. So I'm going to neaten it all up. That hinge still works-ish, and the two hinge points at the back, on the lamp there's nothing in them. This one's got something stuck in it. This one I think is free, so if I can get that out I can save the hinges. If not, it's going to get permanently fixed, which is not going to be a problem, but you know, I'd like to try and keep it as original as I can. So anyway, this all needs cleaning right up. Right, I'm going to start to do a little bit of soldering. Now, I'm good at soldering wires. Soldering copper plate, okay. Obviously this is quite dirty, and there's a point here that how far do you go with cleaning it up, because the surface, as you've seen, is pitted to hell sort of thing. So I've decided just to clean up the area that I need to solder, and that's it. So we've got a crack here, and the same over here, another little crack, and this bit is cracked and bit missing. So I've cleaned them up with a power file at the moment, and what I'm going to do is just going to put some flux on them and warm them up. I've got 2 torches as well, Brazomatic, which I think is just butane. These things don't get that hot. It might be enough to do the job, because I don't really want to get it too hot, but copper being a heat sink like it is, it might not be strong enough. Other than that, it's going slightly to an extreme, and I've got MAP gas, but that's pushing it a bit really. That's going a bit too far, but we'll see. I can turn it right down, obviously. So I've got some old leaded solder and some flux for the above. Now you can, the flux, if it's good flux, it will start to work without any heat. This is really old flux and it is actually bloody good. But of course you put a bit more heat on it and it really starts to work a treat. Now these are just patches, they're not going to be super structural. I'll be paying a lot more attention if it was anything else than just cosmetic. I mean, they are going to get fillered over these joints anyway, so I always wonder whether I'm a bit too lenient with this flux, or I don't use too much of it, but it always seems to work when I do it. Right, okay. Let's see if this will work. So I've got my doubts, but we'll see. It might do actually. However, that's just moved my that's going to work. Bring him in for a close shot of the last one. Yep, that is absolutely spot on. Very pleased with them. Right, now what I've got is a corner fillet tag that's also broken loose, and there is the hinge which came off, which was virtually not soldered on at all. I'm not so sure about putting this on until I've got it matched up yet, so I might do that in a little while. Right, so there's a corner tag here that wasn't soldered down at all. It's had solder on it, but whether it broke loose or what, I'm not sure. But let's see how we get on with this one. I've cleaned up underneath it. This time I think I'm just going to use just a little bit of solder in the, on the flux. I've got more than enough solder in that last time. Okay, yeah, that looks good. That's taken in there and lovely. So give these a clean up to get rid of the acid, and I'll bring you back in a minute. I think I will put this top on, solder the hinge or the lock, the catch shall I say, on, and solder up those corner joints which I've mentioned before. Alright, bring you back in a minute. Right, I'm rather pleased with the way these come out. I know you're getting a bit of a light shine off them, but that's that corner joint. There is that first crack, and there's the centre portion that was cracked and missing. That's come out really well actually, and there's the last crack there, and they're all taken really nicely. They're all nice and solid now. Right, the hinged pins are in, and it needs a bit of tweaking to get it into line, but this is the catch and it's sitting in place. I've put a little bit of flux underneath, not a lot going on what we just did. There was way too much flux, so I'm going to solder this in situ now. Fingers crossed it'll all be fine and dandy. Then all I've got to do is worry about the corners, which you can't see. I'll do them in a second. Well, you'll see in a second anyway. taking a bit more heat this time. It's just starting to flow. It will actually flux wipe on, but it's not flowing yet.